Look up on a clear night, and you can see maybe 3,000 stars. Every single one of them is a sun, and they are only the beginning. Because the universe is so large that our minds simply were not built to hold it. So how big is it really? Big enough to break every number you know. Let us build a ladder, one rung at a time, and climb until the numbers stop making sense. Our very first rung is the solid ground beneath your feet. Home, planet Earth. Earth is about 8,000 miles across, big enough that we call it a world. A jet flying non-stop would still need almost 2 full days just to circle it once. But miles are about to fail us, so we switch to a better ruler, light. Light is the fastest thing there is, crossing 186,000 miles every second. In one single second, a beam of light could circle the Earth 7.5 times. So we stop counting miles and start counting time. How long does light take to arrive? A second a minute, a year of light, each rung a giant leap further out. Now the moon, our closest neighbor and the farthest a human has ever traveled. The moon sits about 1.3 light seconds away from where you stand. The radio call from an astronaut takes over a second to reach the ground, and that is just next door. Are you ready to leave home for good? Because the next rung is a real leap. The sun, our own star, and the blazing anchor that holds the whole family nearby. The sun sits about 93 million miles away from where you are standing. In the language of light, that whole gap is only about 8 light minutes wide, which means the sunlight gently warming your skin right now actually left the sun 8 minutes ago. If the sun vanished this instant, you would keep seeing it for 8 more minutes. That distance has a name. We call it 1 astronomical unit, 1 AU. 1 AU becomes our new measuring stick, and the solar system is truly vast in it. Here are the 8 planets, all circling our single, ordinary star. Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars, then the giants Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. Neptune, the outermost planet, orbits 30 times farther from the sun than we do. Sunlight that reaches your face in 8 minutes takes over 4 hours to reach Neptune. And even Neptune is not the edge. Far beyond it lies a shell of frozen comets. The Oort cloud, a faint icy sphere that may reach nearly a full light year out. Our whole solar system is bigger than we ever picture it, and yet it is nothing. Nothing compared to the yawning gap that comes next. Brace yourself. To reach even the next star, we finally need the light year itself. 1 light year is the distance light travels in 1 full year, nearly 6 trillion miles. The nearest star beyond our own sun is called Proxima Centauri. It lies about 4.2 light years away, the closest of them all. That may sound close, almost neighborly. I promise you it is not. Our fastest spacecraft would take over 6,000 years just to get there. The light you see from Proxima tonight left it more than 4 years ago. When you look into deep space, you are always looking into the deep past. Now zoom out, further than feels possible, until every star becomes a single point of light. Our sun and Proxima are just 2 stars adrift in an enormous glowing whirlpool. This whole glowing island of stars is our home galaxy, the Milky Way. It is a spinning disk of stars, gas, and dust, wound into glowing spiral arms. And it is huge, beyond anything we have dared to say so far. The Milky Way is roughly 100,000 light-years from edge to edge. Crossing it at the speed of light would take 100,000 years. Remember, light crosses our entire solar system in a matter of mere hours. And how many stars actually live inside this one single spiral galaxy? Estimates run from 100 billion all the way up to 400 billion stars. That is 100 billion suns, each one possibly circled by worlds of its own. And here is the part that stops you cold. The Milky Way is just one galaxy. Just one, among a number so large we are about to lose our footing. The Milky Way has neighbors of its own. The nearest big one is Andromeda. Andromeda lies about 2.5 million light-years away, and it is drifting toward us. Its light left on its journey before modern humans even existed on Earth. Together with dozens of smaller galaxies, we form a cluster called the local group. The local group alone spans roughly 10 million light-years of mostly empty space. And even the local group is only a small suburb of something far, far larger. Thousands of galaxies gather together into the Virgo supercluster, our vast home neighborhood. It stretches more than 100 million light-years from side to side. And superclusters themselves link into vast glowing threads, like a cosmic spiderweb. Let us stack up everything we have already managed to climb so far. Earth, the Sun, the solar system, the Milky Way, the local group, and beyond. Each layer completely swallows the last, hundreds or even thousands of times over. And still, we have not reached the edge of what we can see. So take a breath. The final rung is the biggest leap of all. Point our most powerful telescopes at the darkest, emptiest patch of night sky. In that one tiny black square, they find thousands of galaxies staring back. Every point of light is not a star, but an entire galaxy of billions of stars. Add up the whole sky, and the final count becomes almost unspeakable. The observable universe holds somewhere around 2 trillion separate galaxies like our own. 2 trillion, each one crowded with hundreds of billions of stars. There may be more stars out there than grains of sand on every beach on Earth. Not thousands, not millions, 2 trillion separate cities of stars scattered through the dark. Now how far across is all of this? Here the story turns strange. The universe itself is only about 13.8 billion years old. So you might guess we can see about 13.8 billion light-years in each direction. That guess is wrong, and the reason is the strangest idea in this whole video. Space itself is not a fixed, frozen stage. Space is actively stretching. Ever since the Big Bang, the entire universe has been steadily expanding. It is not that galaxies fly through space, it is space between them growing. Picture a handful of dots drawn onto a balloon as you blow it up. Every dot drifts from every other, though no dot ever moves across the rubber. So while that ancient light traveled toward us, space kept quietly swelling underneath it. The galaxy that first sent the light has since been carried much farther away. The light took 13 billion years to arrive, but that source is now far more distant. So the edge of what we can see is not 13 billion light-years away. It is now about 46 billion light-years away in every single direction, which makes the observable universe roughly 93 billion light-years across right now. 93 billion light-years wide, in a universe only 13.8 billion years old. Let us line up every rung of the ladder on one single scale. From the moon to the whole visible cosmos, each step dwarfs the one before. The numbers climb so fast that a straight chart cannot even hold them. We have to fold the scale itself, just to fit the universe on a screen. And now, the single part that truly breaks the human mind. Everything we have counted up so far is only the observable universe. That one word, observable, is doing an enormous amount of quiet work. It means everything close enough for its light to have reached us by now. It is a bubble of light, with us sitting exactly at its center. Not because we are special, but because we can only see so far in every direction. Beyond the edge of that bubble, far more universe almost certainly exists. Light from way out there has simply not had the time to reach us yet. and some of it never will, because space keeps stretching faster than that light can cross it. So how big is the entire universe truly? We honestly do not know. The true universe could easily be thousands of times larger than our little bubble. Or it could go on forever with no edge, no center, and no end at all. Infinite, a word so simple to say, and so impossible to picture. Everything you have ever seen or known fits inside one glowing bubble in that dark. Let that settle for just a moment. All of history, all of it, inside one bubble. 93 billion light years, and it may be less than a speck of the real thing. That is how big the universe is, as far as we can ever hope to see. The rest stays hidden behind the horizon of light, and it may stay hidden forever. So the next time you look up at those 3,000 stars, remember what they are. A few grains of sand on one arm of one galaxy, in a bubble beyond counting. Small enough to hold in one glance, large enough to hold everything you will ever know.